Some records are meant to be broken, but some will stand forever. Because what Lionel Messi did in 2012 will never happen again. This isn't just a football story. This is a story about a season that defied reality. 69 games, 91 goals, an average of 1 goal every 66 minutes. That's not just impressive, it's impossible. Even now, in an era where players like Haaland and Mbappe are rewriting the record books, no one has come close. So how did Messi do it? What made that year so special? To understand, we need to go back. Because 2012 didn't start as a dream. It started with one of the most difficult seasons of Messi's career. Barcelona were at their peak under Pep Guardiola. They were playing the most beautiful football the world had ever seen. But they weren't winning. Mourinho's Real Madrid were hungry. They were dominating. And for the first time in years, Messi had something to prove. And that's when he did something no footballer had ever done before. He locked in. Something changed in Messi. It wasn't just about winning anymore. It was about proving a point. Because for the first time in years, Barcelona weren't on top. Real Madrid had taken the league. Chelsea had knocked them out of the Champions League. The world was starting to wonder, was Barcelona's dominance over? But then, Messi made his decision. He wasn't just going to prove them wrong. He was going to break football. And from the very first game of 2012, he set the tone. January 4th, Copa del Rey. Barcelona versus Osasuna. Messi didn't just score. He scored twice. It was a warning shot to the footballing world. And just days later, FIFA made it official. He was crowned the best player in the world. His third Ballon d'Or in a row. For most players, that would be the highlight of their year. For Messi, that was just the beginning. Because after that, he unleashed something terrifying. By February it was clear. Messi wasn't just in form. He was unstoppable. But no one was ready for what he was about to do next. February 19th. Barcelona versus Valencia. Messi didn't just score. He didn't just get a hat-trick. He scored four goals. In one match. That was the moment people realized. This wasn't normal. This wasn't just another great season. This was something else entirely. And just days later, Messi took a flight. Not to another club. Not to another league. To another country. Because it was time for international duty. A friendly match against Switzerland. And guess what? Another hat-trick. 3 goals. 3 different finishes. Messi wasn't just scoring. He was scoring whenever he wanted. By March, the world had one question. Is there anyone who can stop Messi? And the answer? No. Because on March 7th, in the Champions League round of 16, Messi did something that had never been done before. 1 goal. Then 2. Then 3. Then 4. But he wasn't done. 5 goals. In a single Champions League game. No player had ever done that before. Not Ronaldo. Not Pelé. Not Maradona. No one. The football world lost its mind. Commentators didn't know what to say. Fans were in shock. Analysts started questioning if Messi was even human. How is this even possible? But for Messi, that was just another Wednesday. Because just days later he was back in La Liga. And the goals kept coming. First, a brace against Racing Club. Then, a hat-trick against Granada. And with those goals, Messi officially became Barcelona's all-time top scorer. At just 24 years old, Messi had already broken records. But now, he was chasing history. Because if there was one number that football would remember forever, it was 91. 91 goals in a single calendar year. A record that no one believed was possible. But Messi? He was about to prove them wrong. April started with 2 more goals against AC Milan in the Champions League quarterfinals. Then, in La Liga it was more of the same. A brace against Real Zaragoza. Another against Levante. And in between? A ridiculous no-look assist, the kind of pass only Messi could make. By the time April ended, Messi had scored 30 goals in just 3 months. To put that into perspective, Robin van Persie won the Premier League Golden Boot that season with 30 goals. Messi had matched that in a single quarter of the year. Even Pep Guardiola had run out of words. "I'm sorry for those who want to take his throne," he said, "but this lad is the best." And yet, Messi still wasn't satisfied. Because now he was coming for the GOAT of goal scoring himself, Gerd Müller. Messi wasn't just scoring goals. He was rewriting history. And now, he was coming for Gerd Müller. A 40-year-old record. The most goals ever scored in a single year. Müller had scored 67 goals in 1972. A record that had stood the test of time. Until now, May 2nd. Barcelona versus Malaga. Messi needed 3 goals to break Muller's record. He didn't get 3. He got 4. With that hat-trick, Messi's total jumped to 68 goals. Muller's record? Shattered. And the first person to congratulate him? Gerd Muller himself. The Bayern Munich legend called Messi's achievement an honor to witness. But little did he know, Messi wasn't done yet. Because in the very next game, he scored 4 more. Barcelona versus Espanyol. Messi destroyed them. And to cap it all off, a goal in the Copa del Rey final. By the end of May, Messi had already hit 73 goals. And there were still 7 months left in the year. At this point, it was no longer a question of if Messi would break every record. It was a question of how far he could go. Barcelona's season was over. But Messi's year? Far from it. Because now, it was time for international duty. And while most players slowed down after a grueling club season, Messi only got better. First up, Ecuador. Argentina destroyed them 4-0. Messi scored again. Then, a heated South American showdown against Brazil. And when Argentina needed him most, Messi stepped up. 1 goal, 2 goals. Then, in the last minute of the game, Messi picked up the ball, drove forward, and unleashed a rocket into the top corner. A hat-trick. A 4-3 win against Brazil. At this point, it didn't matter who the opponent was. Messi scored against everyone. Even Germany, the team that would beat Argentina in the World Cup 2 years later. They played in August. Messi scored again. And just like that, the summer ended. Messi had played for Argentina, played in friendlies, traveled across continents. And he still wasn't slowing down. Because when the 2012-13 season began in August, Messi picked up right where he left off. A brace against Real Sociedad. A goal against Real Madrid in the Super Cup. Another against Osasuna. Even when Barcelona lost the Super Cup on away goals, Messi had still scored. At this point, the world had accepted it. Messi wasn't just playing football anymore. He was operating on a different level. And with 4 months left in the year, the 91-goal chase was now in full effect. Messi had already broken records. But now he had 1 goal left. 91. No player in history had ever done it. No player had even come close. But Messi? He was about to finish the job. First up, Paraguay with Argentina. Messi scored twice. Then back to club football. Another 2 goals against Getafe. And in the Champions League opener against Spartak Moscow, Messi scored again. By the end of September, the countdown was on. And in October, Messi hit another gear. A brace against Real Madrid. Then another against Uruguay. Then Chile. Then Deportivo La Coruña. And in one of the craziest games of the year, a 5-4 thriller, Messi scored a hat-trick. It wasn't even a question anymore. Messi wasn't just breaking records. He was making the impossible look easy. And as the year entered its final 2 months, the world started asking, how high can this number go? Because by the start of November, Messi had already hit 76 goals. He was now just 10 goals away from immortality. And he had 2 months left. Messi was on 86 goals. He needed 5 more to break the unthinkable. 91 goals in a single year. A record so ridiculous, so impossible, that people thought it would never be touched. But Messi? He only needed 3 games. First, 2 goals against Athletic Club. Now, he was just 3 goals away. Then came Real Betis. A single goal wasn't enough. He needed at least 2. And then, boom. Messi scores once. Then just minutes later, another. 91 goals. The greatest goal-scoring year ever. Messi had done it. A 40-year-old record shattered. The footballing world had never seen anything like it. We are witnessing the best. I'm sorry to those who want his throne, but he is the best. And yet, even after breaking history, Messi still wasn't done. He played 2 more games. And just because he could, he scored 3 more times. 91 goals. 69 games. A record that will never be broken. But how do you end a year like that? How do you follow up the greatest season in football history? There was only one way. By lifting the Ballon d'Or. 91 goals. 69 games. A record that may never be touched. There was no debate. No discussion. No controversy. Messi had done the impossible. And now, it was time for football's ultimate prize. The world held its breath. The final 3 nominees? Cristiano Ronaldo. Andres Iniesta. Lionel Messi. But more than Ronaldo. More than Zidane. More than R9. Messi wasn't just the best player of the year. He had just completed the greatest individual season in football history. And the scariest part? He was only 25 years old. Football has seen many records fall. Pele's milestones, Ronaldo's Champions League dominance, Lewandowski's goal-scoring sprees. But 91 goals in a single year? That's different. That's not just a record. It's a freak occurrence. And the truth is, it may never happen again. Because let's break it down. Messi didn't just score goals. He played 69 games. More than most footballers will ever play in a calendar year. He averaged a goal every 66 minutes. No one else has come close, even in their best years. Cristiano Ronaldo? 69 goals. Robert Lewandowski? 69 goals. Mbappe? 56 goals. Haaland? 53 goals. None of them could even touch 91. And now, football is different. Defenses have evolved. Teams no longer rely on a single player to score all the goals. The Champions League format has changed. The schedule is heavier. Managers rotate their squads more than ever before. Even if a player is capable of scoring 91, would they even be allowed to? Players are rested, protected. Messi? He played everything. Because back then Barcelona couldn't afford to bench him. And that's why. 91 goals may never be repeated. 69 games. 91 goals. 22 assists. 5 hat-tricks. 1 4-goal game. 1 5-goal game. A season beyond imagination. This wasn't just a great year. This wasn't just a Ballon d'Or season. This was the greatest individual season in football history. The best have come and gone. They have dominated. They have broken records. They have defined generations. But even they never did this. Even Pep Guardiola, the man who coached Messi, who saw it all firsthand, couldn't believe what he was watching. We will never see something like this again. He does everything, and he does it every 3 days. And the scary part? Messi wasn't even in his prime yet. Football will move on. New stars will rise. Records will be broken. But 91 goals? That number will live forever. Because some records aren't just meant to be broken. Some records define football itself. This was 2012, the year Lionel Messi became the greatest goal machine the world has ever seen.